Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Fire Emblem Three Houses on the Switch. So I think, in the first video, I just kind of a violent reaction to what they had done to my boy, to my Fire Emblem series. And it was all about waifus now, and fishing and gardening and so last video did not end on a happy note, but I calmed down a bit. I gave myself some time. I actually took like a small break, and I went back and played a little bit of Genealogy of the Holy War just to kind of cleanse my palate a little bit. Came back, I started playing, and while I still didn't pay a single fuck to any part of the story or characters or anything like that's all still been completely skipped. And I can't say I really have been fishing and gardening much. I did catch a fish, and I planted a plant. My overall reaction has mellowed a bit. And that's mostly due to the fact that the actual battle system, the combat system, the combat gameplay is pretty solid. It is pretty fun. So that's the only real redeeming thing here for me. I am clearly in like an extreme minority of a person that likes turn-based RPGs and has no interest in story. That's clearly a very small minority. Because anyone that talks about this game is like, oh, well, the story, and oh, the characters, and oh, I love this character so much, and oh, when this happened with this character, oh, it's like, holy shit. I mean, yes, sometimes people do discuss the gameplay, and there are kind of some grognards, that really min-max gameplay aspects, and those exist. But I saw a post from a guy that was like, would I like Three Houses if I just skip all the cutscenes, and is the gameplay worth getting into if I don't care at all about story? And my god, the reaction to that guy's post, it was like it was like disgust and hatred for this poor person. They're calling him like an idiot, and like just like, this is not the series for you. Get the fuck out of here. The Fire Emblem has always been about series. Some person had the fucking gall to say that story has been the center focus for the Fire Emblem series since the first game. I don't know if this person has actually played the first game of Fire Emblem, but story was not anything near a focus of Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light. It's just like inconceivable to these people that someone could just be interested in strategy gameplay and not want to have like not have to watch like a harem anime in between their fucking gameplay and run around Hogwarts all day. Like it's just inconceivable to these people. I can conceive that there are people that enjoy all of this. I can conceive that thought. I'm not angry that there are all these people that love story and characters and all that. It's just not my bag. And it's just like, these people can't conceive that there would ever be an enjoyable game out there that didn't have just loads of story. And it's like, there's plenty of games that are great that have completely minimal story. I mean, look at like strategy, tactics, the game like Into the Breach. Into the Breach is a phenomenal strategy game, turn-based strategy. that has practically no story whatsoever, other than you're just like, you're in robots, there's bugs everywhere, you're trying to save the planet. That's pretty much it. And it's a great game, and people love it. I bet if I went to the Steam page or Into the Breach, it's probably got either very positive or overwhelmingly positive reviews. Let me just check real quick. Very positive. Almost 15,000 reviews. Funny. No one's really complaining here about the overwhelming lack of story and marriage mechanics in Into the Breach. Like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, so Fire Emblem has been about character interaction and story development for many games now. But different people like different aspects of the series. Some people play on Lunatic Plus difficulty and they love it. Some people play on casual normal or you know, even easy with that Phoenix mode and whatever game that was. And they're just here because they enjoy the story and they don't really want to think too much about hard strategy elements. So I don't know, just seeing all those reactions to that poor person posting about wanting to skip the cutscenes and still enjoy the game. And it's like, let me tell you, dude, I've skipped every cutscene in this game, and I would say I'm still enjoying it. So there you have it. And the thing is, I was a little bit wrong in my initial reaction and my initial thoughts when the game came out. Because you actually can spend the majority of your time in battles. You really don't have to do much in the school. And you can skip a lot of stuff. You can skip almost every cutscene, every bit of dialogue. You can just press start and skip, so that's awesome. I'm really glad. Like, if they didn't allow me to skip, like, new dialogue like that you're experiencing for the first time, I probably would have given up on this game already, I'll be honest. So, good on them for that. So how it works is basically, you know, you're going through these months, and at the end of every month, the 31st or whatever, the last day of the month, or around the last day of the month. Maybe it's here. Yeah, it's around the last of the month. You have to do a story mission. Most of the weeks of the month, you are just in the classroom teaching. And you can sort of customize your, like, lessons for your students a little bit, and we'll see that soon. But that's how they gain, like, weapon levels and, so experience for weapon levels, experience for riding, experience for flying, stuff like that. And that's pretty important because of the class change system in this game. On the one hand, I would say that the class change system in Three Houses is mostly what I've been waiting for throughout this entire franchise, where basically you can customize your entire group from the ground up to be however you want them to be. You know, if you want one character in one playthrough to be just a big armored knight with a lance, you can do that. If in another playthrough you want that same character to be a mage, you can do that. If you want another playthrough, that same character to be a Pegasus knight that uses axes, you can probably do that. On the other hand, I think it's a bit too freeform. There's practically no restrictions. The only real restriction is that some classes can use magic, most classes cannot use magic. Beyond that, basically every class can do kind of everything or use every weapon. So, okay, hold on. So here's Ferdinand. I have him set up as a classic cavalier. So he's not really deviating from anything. He's got the horse. He's got lances. He's got a, high level of lance. He's at B lances now. So he's pretty much a classic cavalier. The thing is, he didn't really need to be. If I wanted him to use axes, he can equip axes right now, and I could use axes with him as much as I want because he has a D+ in axes. If I wanted him to use a sword, he could use a sword. If I wanted him to use a bow, he could use a bow. Now, a lot of the classes sort of gear towards certain weapon types, and that's partly indicated. Well, there's the skills. There's the skill system, and the prowess system. But I'm not sure how much the class dictates these things or not. He has the prowess stuff, which grants like stat boosts when using a certain type of weapon. But as for his class, Cavalier, so far all it's giving him is Canto, which is great, but you can use that with any weapon. So I'm not sure all of what a class dictates. But when you want to level up, or when you want to change your class or get a new class, it's based on this certification system. So at level 5, you can get a beginner class. At level 10, you can get an intermediate. 20 is advanced, and I think like 30 is the master class. Level cap apparently is like 99, and the stat caps are ridiculous. I mean, this whole game throws out so much of like classic Fire Emblem. There's not even a weapon triangle. I did not realize that at first. The weapon triangle isn't in the game. That means that we've gone 2 games now without the weapon triangle, which is like, it makes you feel kind of naked. Like it's wrong. But everything's just kind of free will, willy-nilly, whatever you feel like, sort of, free love, hippie. It's just all over the place. It's crazy. So when you want to get into, say you're level 10 or whatever, and you want to get your intermediate class, you can become, theoretically, any of them. So this is what I was saying. Like, if I want, Ferdinand, let's take another look at Ferdinand. He picked Cavalier as his intermediate right now, but I could switch him to a Brigand if I want. Like a frontline axe user that's focused on axes. But again, he could use lances if he wants. But he could become a thief. He could become a brawler. He could become a mage. He could become a priest. The thing is, there are prereqs. Your skill in whatever, like, the central weapon level that's focused on that class has to be at a certain rank. So usually, C or higher for the central thing. If you want to be an armor knight, you have to have axes C or higher and heavy armor D or higher. So even though, like, an armor knight, if you are an armor knight, you could use lances, which is sort of the traditional knight weapon, but they went with axes. But you could use lances, but you have to have axes at C or higher to pass the test. And then you could use whatever. So eventually, if you just keep grinding and blah, 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 I feel like you could have a character that has like A in every weapon level and can be any class, every class, and use any weapon they want. And it's just kind of weird and wild. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I feel like there needs to be some constraints and some restrictions, and I don't know, it's just all a little too loose. So I want something that's like right in between. Something that's like kind of classic Fire Emblem or like Sacred Stones sort of branching paths and stuff. But I also like how many options there are here. It's just too many. I don't know. Maybe it's a weird thing to complain about. The other thing is, for whatever reason, I think part of it is that, okay, so, right, I was talking about classes. So that's kind of how you level up weapon level. Every character you can assign goals to that they're going to be like studying. So that's what they get XP in for each week. And you can pick 1 or 2 weapon levels or whatever. And then at the end of the week, Sunday, that's your free day. And so on Sundays, you can explore around the monastery and do your fishing and gardening. You get a certain amount of, like activity points every Sunday that you can spend when exploring. So you can only do like 5 things or whatever. So there's that. You can do a seminar, which is going to be more XP and increase their motivation. And motivation is important because that determines like how effective their studying is and blah, blah, blah. Or you can just do a battle. So sometimes you're going to get like side quest battles. Here we have a paralogue. But a lot of the time it's literally just random side battles. And you can do this every week, every Sunday. So you could have 4 random battles if you want, followed by, you know, the mission. And I've done a lot of side battles so far, so I'm quite powerful. And so far, this has been absolutely the easiest Fire Emblem. Because of that. Even on hard mode. I mean, Awakening with Donald and all that was pretty easy. Especially if he was, like, soloing, and I didn't bring along anyone else. But here, like, just any given battle is just easy. I've barely had to rewind anything. So there's that. Then you can also rest, which will increase motivation. And it will also restore charges to Byleth's special weapon. She has a unique weapon, the Sword of the Creator. Which is a pretty solid weapon. It has range 1 to 2. But the only way to restore its uses is to rest. So far, I have not done that. But okay. I mean, that's all just kind of various explanations. Let's go ahead and explore. I usually try to do it like once a month. Because you can do things. And I will say that they make it generally fairly painless. Like, anything that is of interest to you is marked on the map. Like, there's not really any hidden bullshit that you have to run around and try and figure out or find. Like, it's all...
Professor, welcome. You look at... Just show anything.
It's all pretty simple. So we can fish. It's pretty simple. It's not the most involved fishing minigame in the world. These rings come in and then you tap it when it overlaps and then you get that and huzzah. And we could go again, I guess. You can fish all day. This is what interests you, and this is how you want to spend your time when playing a strategy RPG. I feel like I need to win the fishing tournament. Is that good enough? I don't know. I mean, I will say, and again, it's not my bag. It's not something I enjoy or am going to spend any amount of time doing or anything like that. But I will recognize that if you are someone that does like or is interested in story and characters and dialogue and all that sort of stuff, it does seem to be really well done. Especially in comparison to like all other Fire Emblems. The amount of support dialogue that I've skipped is really a big indicator of just how much there is there for those that are interested. You know, every single character, and there's a lot of characters, they all have support dialogues with one another, you know? Well, not every combination, but there's a lot of combinations, and they're all like, you know, 3D, you know, voice act, all that sort of stuff. Like, it's pretty incredible.
Hello. Hey, you.
So funnily,
I have a favor to ask.
this game and the next game in the series, Engage, both started development around the same time, apparently. And they did that because they wanted one Fire Emblem that was really sort of building on everything they had done before and was really like, you know, an extravaganza of all the, you know, the support mechanics and the, you know, the outside of combat mechanics, the class change mechanic, all that sort of stuff. And they wanted one game that would be really welcoming to new players. Because they have not done a game specifically for new players to the franchise since Awakening. So they're like, okay, it's time to do another big new entry.
But they haven't been biting. Everyone.
And so the one for new players ended up being Engage, and the one that was for, like, you know, the next evolution of the franchise, showing off all the different mechanics, was Three Houses.
Yes.
And what's funny is that, from the sounds of it, Three Houses introduced many, many new players to the franchise and was a smash hit. And Engage was not a smash hit, and really was sort of geared more towards old school fans of the series, with the very traditional back and forth of like battle, story, battle, story, battle, story, battle, story. So I don't know what exactly they were thinking, how exactly that was. Like, they didn't recognize what they had here with Three Houses and the general appeal of it. I don't know.
I'm going. I appreciate.
So I guess I don't have the right fish. Now, I could do this tournament and keep getting the fish. What would I get? I'd get pure water, which I think you can just buy freely. Fishing float, which is a gift you can give to build support. And 200 points of renown. Renown is pretty good, and I've actually kind of forgotten about it. Because it actually is mechanically beneficial.
Right.
Really? My savior, thank you.
Great. So yeah, I think overall I'm probably going to enjoy Engage more, I would imagine.
Need something?
So Renown we use to build up these statues, which give you various buffs. Mostly for like learning, for like weapon level development and stuff like that. It does add Divine Pulse, which is the rewind mechanic. But I think we want like blind +2.
You're this one?
Riding +2.
You're all set.
Sword skills would be pretty good.
This one? You're all set. This one? You're all set.
We'll
See
do
you
that.
again soon.
Okay. And we're gonna go here. No, we don't. We're not doing the fishing. I think that's it. Because that's gonna be a battle. And that's a battle. So that's that. Alright, so you finish exploring. Usually I've been doing instruct automatically, but we can take a look at this. So here you set goals. You can set 1 or 2. If they just do 1, I think, you know, it's more focused. They get more XP just for that 1. And so this is how you can kind of customize what they're working towards. And obviously the big thing that you're working towards is qualification for a new class. And really, I feel like you could interact with this as much or as little as you want. There are some that I don't think I've really touched. Like Linhardt. I've just kind of left him, her, I think it's a her. Oh no, it's a him. Yeah. I've left him, you know, as he came. So he's working on both spell books, Reason and Faith, and that's basically it. But others like Bernadetta, she's my archer. She's got a B in bows. She's all about archery, and that's all she does. But right now I have her focused on lance and flying because I want her to become a Pegasus Knight that uses a bow. Really just because I think that's interesting and we haven't had that before, and I kind of want to see how it goes. So there's that. Dorothea came in as like mostly a spellcaster, but she had a little bit of ability with a sword. And I was like, okay, let's be different and just abandon spellcasting entirely and just make her a sword user. And now she's gone down the thief path. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because of her ability with spells or what, she's gotten a combat art Hexblade, which adds 7 might and becomes a magic attack, so it goes against their resistance rather than their defense. This is one of the best abilities I have. And I don't know how or why she got it exactly. I'm not clear on all the mechanics, but it's fantastic. So that's great. Now you can recruit a lot of different characters. You can recruit students from the other houses, and apparently you can recruit like all of them or something if you want. I've recruited 0 because I like using my whole army every battle, and I like just using I don't care especially when any character can become anything. It's not like, oh shit, I don't have a knight. I really need a knight. I'm going to have to go find a knight. It's like, no, if I really wanted a knight, I could just turn Casper or something into a fucking knight and be done with it. You know, so I don't see really a whole lot of reason to recruit others from a mechanical standpoint. Unless I was playing Iron Man, I was losing kids. But I'm not, and I haven't. So the only one that's been added since I started is I just got Flame. I guess no matter what, as part of the story, you just get Flame. So, we're gonna try her out. I don't know. I don't really have any plans for her outside of just a Pegasus Knight right now, but we'll see. So yeah, you can set their goals. Then you can go into Instruct. You have 4 activity points here, and so you specifically pick certain students to instruct based on their motivation. You can see that a lot of these kids have 0 motivation, so they will not learn anything. So that's why keeping their motivation up is probably important, but as I said, this is already the easiest Fire Emblem, so you don't have to care too much. Unless you're playing on maddening difficulty. So, you know, I could just pick Auto Instruct because there's really no choice here, but if we pick Hubert, you can then pick which thing to train him in. Obviously, he wants to focus on this. So this will give him 7 XP. This will give him 7 XP, 7 XP, you know, things like that. This will apparently give him 8 XP because of the professor's expertise and the statue. So I could, if I wanted him to ride a horse. And I guess there's no reason not to ever ride a horse. But magic is restricted to certain classes. So I assume there must be a magic wielding horse class, I would think. I haven't looked at all the classes extensively, but you can pick and choose. We're just gonna auto instruct because that's all I've been doing, and it's been real nice and easy. So auto instruct will just go into whatever their goals are. Then you can also set group tasks. So this is mostly to build support, but also can help with specific skills. So this will raise flying skills. So we want Bernadetta in there, and I think Petra is also trying to be a flyer. So there's that, and then you begin your lecture.
Professor, may I ask you a question?
And usually you'll get thrown a question like this. Primarily, this builds motivation if you answer correctly. I don't. It's always just like a fucking throwing a dart at a board for me. I don't know the characters, so it's always like.
I see.
There you go. That's good. So she got 25 motivation, and you get some XP for your professor level, and you do want to raise that because it's pretty important. And then sometimes a character will come to you and say, oh, I want to study this to become this class in the future. And so he wants to abandon reason and focus only on faith to excel as a bishop. Whereas right now I have him balanced between the two. I don't know if I want him just focused as a bishop, but there could be some really good white magic spells. And that's the other thing with magic we'll get to. I'm going to say yes for now. It's fine, but
We will have great success. It's you.
yeah.
We had a
Perfect. So they gain support points, you get money, you get smithing stones, and they get some XP for their stats.
Aha!
6K. And that was a week, and now it's another free day. So you could go around and explore again if that's something that really interests you. You could do, as I said, a seminar, which will... So you pick a professor, including yourself, Byleth, and they have skill focus, and that will determine who's going to attend if they're interested in the seminar and what's being taught. And then they'll get motivation and weapon level. But that's your whole thing for your free day, instead of just doing a battle, which is what I've been doing. So, oh, fuck. The reason I was going to explore was to do that sword tournament to get an intermediate seal. Fuck. Forgot about that. I was talking. We'll get to it eventually. All right, so let's do a battle. We can do this paralogue. We also have 2 quests. So unless it says for your quest log this month only, these should stick around for a while. But let's do this one because it's available until 2/22nd, which is not, that's like 4 months away, but we may as well do it. So magic. Weapons are...
What's the matter? Oh,
Funnily enough, I cannot skip this
Truth be told, there's...
because there's a choice.
Now? From, I think...
Let me see.
I've not... You begin... It's...
Yes,
Best he's off...
this... I mean,
What do you think?
Yeah, let's go.
great.
So weapons work as traditional. They have durability. There are special weapons like Armor Slayer and stuff with lower durability. There are... weapons have weapon level requirements. So someone with E weapon level cannot use like steel weapons for that thing. So on and so forth. It's all pretty traditional. You can repair weapons in this game. It doesn't cost money. It costs, well, it does cost, I think, a little money, but it also costs smithing stones, which are not freely available. So mostly you just want to repair your special weapons rather than just steel swords. And the armory is pretty much always available and always has like steel weapons and below available. So there's no real limitation on any of that stuff, which is nice because there's also combat arts. And combat arts are generally just strictly better than a normal attack, but they drain durability more than normal. So for some characters like Dorothea with her Hexblade. Hexblade is super good, costs 3 durability, so I just always have like a couple iron swords on her, just so she can always use Hexblade. So there's that. That all works pretty well. I have no real complaints about the weapon system, and I like the combat art system and all that. Magic works a little differently. You cannot buy tomes in any way. And... oh, we cannot deploy our full army. I am sad. This is my sad face. Because we have to bring fucking Ingrid, who I don't give a shit about. I guess leave behind Edelgard, because she's powerful enough. And bring Bernadetta. Sure. Rout the enemy or get Ingrid to the target destination.
No.
Yeah. So magic is learned. It's based on your weapon level. I think it also might be based on class. I'm not entirely sure. But if we look here at Hubert, he has various tomes. He's got 5 of them now. 4 of them are faith. And then he has 1 fire because he's a mage, I guess. I think that's... or no, maybe... Wait, what? Oh, reason is also dark magic. Okay. No, never mind. So these are all reason. Just a bunch of them are dark magic. Which I think he learned from his previous class, but now he's a mage, so he's getting stuff like fire. Which is bothersome because the dark magic is really fucking good. Like death. And so, you can't really pick and choose which spell tomes you get just blindly. I mean, I'm sure there's charts and stuff you could look up based on class and things. But yeah, I've just been getting what I've been getting. And they all come in with a certain number of uses. So like death, you can use 4 times. This is replenished after each battle, but it's limited. To be honest, though, I have not run out since, like, that first battle. Because you have so many different spells. These battles are all pretty quick. There's not that many targets, so even if I exclusively used, like, Banshee, you know, he'd probably only use it 5 times in a battle, if that. So it's not really a problem anymore to have such low uses. And it's kind of nice because they just freely replenish after every battle. You don't have to think about it. And so you just always have all your magic. Lindhart has a lot more because he started as a monk or whatever. So he got things like fire, wind, cutting gale. But then also now he's a priest, so he's gotten Nosferatu and Restore. So it's nice. It's nice always having some physic available and never having to think like, oh, I don't want to drain my staff. But again, more things that just point to it being the easiest Fire Emblem. Okay, so we got to get her here. Why are we in a volcano? I don't know. That was probably explained at some point.
That's my cue.
So if you go here with Dorothea, her base attack would do 12. And then she'd probably get hit for 16. But we can switch over to Hexblade. She'll do 25 instead. Which is pretty good. But we want to finish with that. So we'll shoot that off. Nicey nice. Go here. And iron swords are really like a dime a dozen. So I have no problems using Hexblade every single time. If we go here, Cutting Gale will do quite a bit. Good.
I am Ferdinand von Iron.
You can dismount. They brought back dismounting. I don't know why you would do it, but you can.
Put me in there.
Iron Axe will get him 2 attacks, even though he'll take a big hit. So good. Dead. Level up.
I'm just
Ready. Stay focused.
as you wish.
Okay. I try not to use Byleth much because she is absurdly overpowered. She really could... not absurdly. I'm not like Donald level or anything like that. She's pretty powerful.
Increase the...
That merchant is...
So this is going to do 20% of my health every time I stand on it. See, I can't see how much damage this guy is going to do. Probably a lot. 23 attack. Casper's not a great choice. But we'll heal him real quick. the end of the day, we're just gonna have to march across. So, yeah, sure.
I thank you.
Killer Axe. That's pretty good. We'll ship that off. Can't believe he actually hit me. Oh my god. Yeah, as I said, not absurdly overpowered, but can definitely hold her own there. Uh-oh, that's no good.
You require aid?
I didn't talk really about gambits. That's another mechanic. So every character can have a battalion assigned to them. And so this is a representation of the fact that it's meant to be kind of an abstraction, I guess. I feel like in the older games, the battles were represented as they were. You know, it was like 3 people fighting 3 other people, or, you know, something like that. Now they seem to represent it as more of an abstraction, and there's actually loads of warriors involved in these battles. And, you know, it's like an actual army. So every individual unit can have a battalion of warriors and stuff assigned to them. So this gives you stat boosts. So like Casper has got these warriors. It gives them +4 physical attack, -2 magic attack, +1 charisma. And it also gives you access to a gambit ability, of which there's loads of different gambit abilities. And the nice thing about them is that there's never any counter attack to them. So you go up against a big ass dude that would just demolish you. You can freely just throw a gambit at him, and there will be no counter attack, which is pretty good, especially when you consider the big monster enemies, which I don't think we'll see, but they're kind of interesting. So there's that. Wow, 19 times 2. Jesus.
Unexpected.
Pretty shitty. And he can't move. We'll go with that. Who's that? Okay. Uh-oh. Where the hell are these? Are they coming out of the lava? What the fuck? Holy shit.
It's an ambush! Ingrid's in trouble!
But it's not actually an ambush. It's just reinforcement. Sure. Yeah, Hubert's pretty fucking powerful. No complaints there. So, Linhardt actually has a really nice gambit that's a healing gambit. She's got a platoon of white mages. So you can actually heal in a 3x2 rectangle next to you, which is pretty sweet. It's not worth using right now, but... So some cool stuff like that. So you can kind of see where they're coming from with this being like just all sorts of mechanics. So many mechanics just thrown in there. All kind of evolved from previous games in the series. That's all pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna take some serious damage here. Especially him. Those two are fine, but I don't feel like I can... I mean, she's gonna get shot out of the sky. If I go over there too much, she's still gonna get shot out of the sky. And probably hit. I have to assume... Fuck. I feel like Casper's a dead man, to be honest. Even with this increased defense and resistance, I don't know. But there's nothing I can do without doing a full rewind. So I guess we'll see.
Predictable.
Yeah, predictable, dumbass.
Another step.
Look at that level. That's a perfect level. Dude. Fucking Byleth. Just at level 17 randomly getting a perfect level up. Incredible. Oh. Very nice. Very not nice. Okay. I guess that was... They can't all get to him. So we're okay. We're okay. We're just fine. Yeah, some nice heals getting thrown out. Alright, let's first just end this person's existence. No problem. Can you... Yep, good, that's fine. That's good. Let's all just, you know, get some kills. You can probably get a kill.
Too slow.
Too slow, dumbass. Good. You can come here and not get a kill. Fuck. So close to getting a kill. Which means you're probably not going to get this kill either. Okay. Okay, can't get that kill.
Shouldn't start.
Hexblade's not gonna do it. on that guy. Am I to understand that neither of my thieves can get a kill on their own? That seems to be the case. Okay, Casper can probably get a kill on his own, though. With an iron axe, there you go. So that's good. Perhaps we take... we could get him pretty weak. But I have 4 characters left. 2 of them can't get a kill on their own. And then we have 3 enemies. What does that tell you? Actually, none of these characters can get a kill on their own. Yeah, none of these characters can get a kill. Shit. What's my gambit? Disturbance? That's not a very powerful gambit. Okay, so bottom line, somebody's going to be taking a hit here. So I guess we just want to put a good foot forward. Let's, we want to kill the archer, for sure. So let's have you go here. Fine. You're gonna kill the archer. Done.
Whoa.
It's gonna make him go for Casper. I think we just kind of let that happen. And maybe heal Dorothea.
Thanks so much.
And
That's
Dorothea just cuts you down. And then we should be okay.
I want to. I'm a.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. And then Violet continues her rampage. No problem.
Watch and learn.
Dead. Okay, good. More heals.
I owe you one.
And everyone's pretty good on levels. Linhardt's the lowest. So I don't know. Doesn't really matter. We'll just hit him with that. Done. Okay. 12 damage, 11 damage. The fact that you can see what enemies are going to attack who and with what for how much damage and hit chance, I mean, that alone adds just an absurd amount of easiness to the experience. To the point of, I can't believe that this was not the game that they were saying was for new players. Because it's just, yeah, it's remarkable. It's remarkable. Alright, we want them to come in, so we're just going to move there. That's all good. And Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, the thing is, you can't, you know, you don't use combat arts as a counter attack. That's the thing. So Dorothea is really only good player phase. She's not really good enemy phase. But I think that's interesting enough. It would be pretty OP if she could just fucking use X-Blade as much as she wanted anytime she ever attacked.
Predictable.
Yeah, predictable. Why does it keep focusing on that guy? What is he supposed to be doing?
The glory of...
Yeah, she's definitely not gonna get a kill here. And she'll open up to those two archers, so fuck that. Yeah, just do that. Yeah. That's fine.
Sweet of you.
It's simple.
Good. Both of these are frozen and can't move, but I did give her a bow because she can use it as a thief, or is like inclined to use it as a thief. It's really, it's weird. I feel like, okay, no, the archers won't get her. Good. She's got no combat arts. I'm not quite sure. Like, he could just use fucking group flames to kill it. But, yeah, just use fire. Okay, that's fine. You move here, steal lance, miss. That's fine. You're not at risk of dying. And you take that damage. Good. And we can even do a little canto. Oh shit, that opens up Casper. I may have to rewind. Oh, went for Petra. I feel like you could have maybe gotten a kill on Casper there. But sure. You do you. Alright. X-Blade. Dead. It's really good, man. It's really damn good. Do that. And let's get a kill. Boom. As I said, pretty easy. And the XP keeps rolling in, levels keep rolling in, and it's all good. I'm probably gonna get more reinforcements. Byleth keeps on rolling. She heals, of course, with every hit. Always a powerful combination. Maybe she only heals on her turn. I'm not sure.
Predictable. It seems
I think she just mastered her class. But then you just switch and you get new classes. On and on you go. Yeah, this, I don't like the look of this. That seems iffy. But I guess they'll just be standing in the lava. And she can take some shots, so I don't know. I guess. And we're nearly done. We just have to get her to that spot. Alright, so when your weapon breaks, you can keep using it. It's not a good option. Byleth will just do 14 damage once with a 38% hit chance. It's pretty bad. But it is kind of a bummer because she can't do a follow-up with steel unless she gets more speed. We did. Still no follow-up. So she slowed down the killing a little bit.
Enemies in hiding?
Yeah, one last little treat there. No good. Oh, no good. I think he's dead. Okay. So that actually was an ambush spawn, shockingly. That's like the first ambush spawn I've had. But we're just gonna not put him as far up.
Ready.
We'll just do it that way.
Stay focused.
Okay. RNG for rewind in this one. I don't know if I've noticed it change, actually. I had it where I like rewound like 3 times, and even using like a different weapon on the same character, like it still missed each time. So I don't know what was going on. Should I just go kill this guy? The merchant? Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. All for an antitoxin. There's also a chest. But Dorothea is a thief. She can open that.
Oh, no.
Let's just do that. Dorothea is gonna go for the chest. At a certain point, we're just gonna have to trigger this.
I will get the victory.
I think probably we want her. She's pretty good.
Still raring to go.
And I think we just kind of wait.
Back to the fray.
Oh man, more of it. If I can get Byleth onto this tile, but it's never going to happen now. They're going to constantly fill it. I wonder if there's just infinite spawns or something. I wouldn't think so. That would be That would be very good.
Enemies in hiding? Here? They are really getting on my last nerve.
Oh, I think it may have froze. The video froze. The game is still going on. If I could get to a bookmark without being able to see the screen, then maybe we can salvage this. Otherwise, I'll have to do the whole chapter over, which really sucks. So I'm just trying to find a screenshot of like the in-game menu. Oh, what are the odds I'm gonna find that? 'Cause otherwise I can't remember which spot the bookmark is on. There's like a partial screenshot. Okay, okay, here. Bookmark is second up from end. Now I think I've... Let me back out. Could start on units. You press up once for end, one for bookmark. But nothing happened. So I'm not quite sure. What else would it be? Unless unless I'm on a different screen. I don't know what I'm doing. Unless I'm thinking of... No, I'm just like pushing buttons now. Thought it was this and then this. What is this sound that I'm doing? I'm like changing... I'm like going up, but nothing is happening. No, I can't. I really am mystified. I'm not quite sure. I feel like I'm gonna have to do the whole chapter over. Shit. Because there's no safe states with Yuzu, and even if there was, like, you know. What you would load back into this. I can pause the emulation. It doesn't do anything. There's really nothing I can do. Make it full screen, which will just do that and break it completely. Yeah, I don't think there's much I can do. I mean, it's really a bummer. Okay. Apparently, it's due to the 60 FPS mod. Possibly due to running on Vulkan, but I feel like um the 60 FPS mod is much more likely. But I'm not gonna not play on 60 FPS, so that's that. This has happened, yeah, once before, and I had to redo. But that was, yeah, this was a lengthy bit. Okay, well, that's gonna end the video for sure. Unfortunately, a bit of a sour note there. So I'm gonna keep playing some more, of course. I doubt that I'm gonna end up finishing Three Houses. Just because the primary factor is that I'm nearing the burnout phase of Fire Emblem, I think. I'm getting there. Especially when I have to redo long chapters like that. So yeah, and I'm not like really near anywhere near beating the game. I think I'm like on chapter 7 or something. I think that's like the next main chapter I have. And there's 22. So, well, yeah, I'm not even close to halfway. Just because there's so much, especially when you're doing side battles like every week, it takes a long time to progress through the story. So I'm going to play a little bit more. We'll come back to a third video, some final thoughts, so on and so forth. And then we'll move on to Engage, the final game in the series at the moment. And then I can take it easy on Fire Emblem for a while. But yeah. Just bothers me that I couldn't figure out this menu. You'd think this... It's just right there. I can mash buttons because it doesn't matter. I'm gonna reload. Oh, I think I just hit end. That's definitely what happened. I hit end finally. Shocking that I didn't hit end before then.
That's it.
I think somebody just died. Probably Casper. It's a lot of shit happening. Now it's my turn again. But no matter what, I can't hit that bookmark. I can't wait to reload to see how I fucked up. Yeah, there's an autosave, but it, you know, there's no autosave in battle. That's what bookmark is. Oh god, and then you gotta go through this whole thing again. No, it's horrible.
A child. You see, from I think. Let me see.
Yeah.
It's yes. Best is all this. What do you?
Like I said, really, the only reason that I am still playing is because I do think the battle system is fun. So they got all that correct.
No.
I just want to see.
Protect England.
Yeah, Jesus, I get it. So I was. Oh my God, I kept doing this. So many Fire Emblem games. This button open up the menu, but instead it was this, and then I had to do that, and then it would do. Fuck. And I've done this numerous times so far where I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna open up the menu. Whoop. Nope. Oh, okay. Damn. That sucks. All right. Anyways, that's what I have to look forward to, I guess. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Fire Emblem Three Houses. See you fine folks in the next part.